to work with, and he takes great pride in his work.
We've gotten bigger as we've expanded through the western United States, and the One Stop has supplied us with entry-level employees with skill sets that we could not find out in the open market without interviewing for weeks.
Our business, Help at Home Senior Care, provides non-medical in-home care for the elderly. The One Stop Career Center has helped us recruit qualified caregivers to help them in their home. We encourage other companies to take advantage of the One Stop Career Center. It's really helped our business.
Hello and welcome to the award-winning cafe community. We're so glad you could be with us tonight. I'm your host, Cheryl Noble, and tonight we're going off to the races. My guests tonight they all have a need for speed for some reason, and they're all about racing and having fun. A bit later in the program, we've got the Friendship Club, and they're going to talk about their annual fundraiser every June, which is the Friendship 100, and it's always a fun event at the 49er Park. Also tonight, another classic, another tradition. Every Father's Day is the Nevada City Bicycle Classic, and that's happening this Sunday, and we're so glad to have Dwayne Strausser here to tell us about it. And my first guest tonight is making his debut in the racing and in the community organization of derbies and everything else, and we're so glad to have with us the Soapbox Derby, and we're so glad that you're here to watch all of this. We've got lots of photos, lots of excitement, so I guess, gentlemen, start your engines. Is that how it goes? Okay, let's get started. My first guest is the founder and organizer of the first ever Nevada City Adult Soapbox Derby. A warm welcome to the program to Rich Bodine. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I can take a breath. I feel like I got off to a racing start.
There you go.
Soapbox Derby. It's the first, never before. How did you come up with this idea? What were you thinking?
The idea was a culmination of a few different ideas. I'm a Cub Scout leader in town,
Okay.
and the Cub Scouts build the Pinewood Derby cars, which are the small 7-inch long cars that the dads and kids spend months whittling. So we were involved with that, and one of the dads wanted to do a soapbox car with the kids in his den, and I started looking up soapbox derby racing and found some adult races, one of which was a race up in Portland, Oregon, and they're having their 15th annual this year.
And did you go to it, so you saw firsthand?
I haven't been. There's lots of YouTube videos and things like that that look interesting, and I said maybe our community could do something like this too. We have a similar interest group of people that might enjoy that type of thing.
And the timing was great with the very family-oriented Father's Day weekend that has a lot for families to do. And what I like about this is it is very community-focused for an event for just the community and a fundraiser.
Yeah, I talked to a few people over a year ago about the race finally, and one of which was Dwayne Strausser, who was in charge of the Bicycle Classic at the time, and asked what he would think of me doing it, more than a year later on that weekend. We both agreed that they could complement each other.
Sure,
so we'll have this year will be the 51st annual Nevada City Classic, and the first annual, if it ends up being an annual, on the Soapbox Derby.
Right. Oh, it will be annual, I'm sure, with 50 more years ahead. And here's a couple snapshots of preview of some of the entries.
Yeah, so this is the Nevada City Winery. There are winemakers there that have
the barrel gave it
built
away.
A barrel car. They actually have to sprinkler the inside of that every day to keep the barrel with its shape.
Oh, so it doesn't start shrinking.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
So.
Now, how many entries, categories? Give us some.
There's 42 cars in the race. Actually, 41 at this point. One guy canceled out last week.
Oh my gosh.
So that's okay.
Competition got too tough, I'm sure.
Maybe so. So the one you're looking at there is Gary Apple. Built that, and it'll be racing under the Friendship Club banner.
Oh, great!
And that's it's called the Dragon Wagon. It's a two-headed dragon pulling a chariot, and the rider rides inside with a suit of armor.
Oh, very great. So 42, well, 41, but I'm sure that you got a waiting list. So
Yeah, so we'll be right there at 42 cars. They're 3 at a time. Everybody gets 3 trips down the hill. There's 49 total races through the day because of the quarterfinals and through the finals.
Okay.
And the event's from 10 till 4. The racing, this is Nick Collier at a booth we did at the car show downtown. Nick's car goes probably about 43 miles an hour or so, and rumor had it he was going to put some skinnier tires on it.
So it could go faster?
It might be a little bit faster.
Oh my gosh.
So.
As long as there are brakes, this is, speaking of the technology, no, it's all just downhill momentum.
It's all gravity powered. There's no movable weights or rubber bands or, batteries or anything else.
They can't use their Fred Flintstone style brakes?
No Flintstone brakes. They all have to have functional steering and brakes. We're doing technical inspections beforehand. What you're looking at is the union's entry. And
the tubes for the newspapers.
Yep. So we're trying to see if they can put a newspaper boy on the front and throw newspapers to the crowd.
Very cool.
We'll see what they decide to do.
Very cool.
So, yeah, I know all the cars are 5 feet wide, 12 feet long, and 8 feet high at the maximum. As you saw, some of them are a little more sleek than that, and some of them use the whole space.
Yeah. And there's 2 categories, the science and art category.
Right. There's art and science, or creativity and speed. And we have about 1/3 of the entries have entered for creativity, and the other 2/3 for speed. The speed guys, I would say the average age of the participants is 55 to 60 years old.
Oh my gosh.
They are pretty dead serious about winning. So every single one of the speed guys is asking me to put their name on the trophy now. So
get it engraved. So that was my question then. What is the top prize? You've got an elimination process, right? There's for championship.
You take their 3 runs. They take the average time of the 3 runs, and the fastest 12 go to the quarterfinals, then 6 to the semifinals, and 3 to the finals. And the winner of the finals, that'd be the speed finals, they get a firm handshake and a small trophy.
Okay.
They're not doing it for the trophy. They're not doing it for there's no money involved. That they can win.
Rights
it's just fun, something fun to do. So they've been building cars for 5 months.
Yeah,
some of them for 5 days maybe, but
and to contribute towards the Pioneer Park fundraising efforts. And
so it's a community event where there's it's entirely not for profit. It's a benefit for Pioneer Park to see if we can't get some amenities added to Pioneer Park. There's a couple of Eagle Scouts that are interested in doing Eagle Scout projects at the park.
Oh, right.
And so there will probably be some tie-in there as well.
Okay. This is the B-roll. We're going to see the course. There it goes.
Yeah, so what you're looking at is the intersection at the top of Gracie and Nimrod. You come down. This is our a map of possible spots that might be problems on the course where we're going to put hay bales. There's 512 hay bales. We'll line the course. That's about the bike races use about 300 to give you some perspective there.
Use about 300
hay bales. So,
oh my gosh.
So we have the course lined with hay bales, and there will be spectator areas and food vendors at Pioneer Park.
Okay. How long is the course? How long is that distance that we
It's just shy of a half a mile long.
Okay.
From the starting line to the finish line, and then there's a run out at the end of that.
Okay, and then they have to take it back up again?
Yeah, the Grass Valley Four Wheelers, which is a Jeep club in town, has volunteered to tow everybody back up, and we've got some specially made hitches that we're working on.
And then they go down 2 more times.
And then they all get 2 more times down.
Yeah. So in the meantime, though, while they're getting towed up, somebody else will be coming down. So there's always action.
No, we're going to run 3 races down to the bottom, and then we'll tow 9 vehicles up. So there'll be 3 races in a row, and then a break for the towing.
Okay.
Because we're towing back right up the middle of the course.
Okay.
Past all the people and the food vendors and things at Pioneer Park.
Okay, gosh, lots of excitement. And, of course, NCTV is going to be there, Touchdown Productions, to tape it, and we're going to roll it probably before the Bike Classic on Sunday. So
fantastic.
Be there.
So thank you.
And more information, go to ncderby.com, 264-6233. Good stuff, very exciting. This is the first of at least 50 years, Rich. So
thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Hold on just a second. We're going to take our first break to bring up our second guest, so stick around.
Hi, my name is Melissa Missler. I'm the owner of M3 Mall, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to invite you to an upcoming fundraiser that we're having at Insight Imaging here in Grass Valley. The fundraiser is actually to benefit the Sierra Nevada Community Health Plan. You can come out for mammograms for $175, makeovers for just $15, and the purchase of any cosmetic that night will actually go to benefit our fundraiser. We're very excited to co-sponsor this event. It's M3 Mall, Insight Imaging, the Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce, and KNCO, combining a collaboration for this fabulous one-night event. If you can't make it to the event, you can still help the fundraiser by doing all of your shopping online, and that website is www.marketamerica.com/SNCHP. So whether you're shopping from Starbucks or Staples or Target, you can shop online and benefit your local fundraiser and community health plan. We do hope to see you. Please RSVP on Facebook at M3 Mom. There's more information there, and we hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to our show with the race theme tonight. And my second guest is the organizer for a very classic tradition every Father's Day, the Nevada City Bicycle Classic. We're so glad he has some time to come on our program tonight. So a warm welcome to Dwayne Strausser. Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm sorry to hear about your collarbone. You were telling me before a
things
bike
happen.
accident.
Yeah, racing this weekend, but that's par for the course, and that's part of what will happen in Nevada City this weekend, unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
So.
It's that competitive.
Oh, yes.
And one of the toughest courses I was reading about in terms of Pro-Am bike racing.
Oh, absolutely, in the country, yes.
In the country.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is the 51st anniversary of what I learned is one of the longest running Pro-Am cycling events, the second oldest race in the nation, and one of the largest, oldest bike race on the West Coast.
Yep.
Right here in our little community.
Exciting. Yeah. That's
well, how many cyclists are there that have registered?
registration is still happening. It'll go until midnight on Saturday, actually. It goes to the very last second. We usually end up with about 300 racers spread out through 5 categories.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of, so obviously a lot of out-of-towners
Yes.
And local people. About how many people of those registrants would you say are from out of town, and how many local bikers?
Probably about 95% are from out of town. We have probably about 25 local cyclists that'll race in the various categories. Wow. A few women, a few juniors, and then several of the master men. That's the biggest makeup of our local racing team and our local club.
That was one of my questions. With the men's category, I know there's the elite and then there's pro. What's the distinction? How do you get to that next level? What puts them at the pro level, which is a 90-minute or 40 laps?
Yeah.
What do they have to do it for a long time, or is it a speed thing?
It's accrued points. So they start at a Category 5 level, and you have to have so many races at a certain level, and you have to have top 3 placings to accrue the points. So there are some riders that will stay Category 5 or even 4 their entire career. And they're happy, they're fine with that, and then other people will skyrocket right through the different levels within a couple of seasons up to the 1-2 pro level, and with professional being the Tour de France level. So
yeah, so they have to place at some point, and so then this race qualifies them then if they place for some other competition then.
Definitely. And again, many of the racers will accrue points throughout the season, what's called the national race calendar. Okay. And then those points go towards the end of the season championship, in August, September, towards the national championships, that type of situation. So.
Oh, there's serious business. We're looking at the poster, and I learned about the poster. Tell us, there's a little bit of history with that.
Yeah. So basically, we had several artists here locally that have done art over the years. Many people have contributed, and each year we go out and solicit. But this was, I believe, year number 2, one of the first posters ever, Charles Woods. And Leanne Brooke took it this year and suggested to the chamber that she could kind of redo it, re-enliven it, repurpose it, and bring it back.
He just recently died.
Yeah,
so.
And that was really why we did it, to honor him.
Yeah.
So. it was a good choice.
And it works. I mean, it's a great understated poster. I don't know what got hung up, but I just thought it was a great sentimental that stands the test of time as well as the bike race.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at the course a little bit. This is downtown. Well, tell us about it, the length of it and how many times the uphill and...
Yeah, so it's a 1.1 mile loop, and they climb just over 100 feet per lap each time around on the backside of the course up by Pine and Main before they head back down Broad Street, and they can definitely reach speeds anywhere from the 45 to 55 mile an hour range coming down Broad. And then they hit the high-speed turns down by the National on Union Street, which is what really makes it so treacherous because they can't carry that speed.
And turn the corner.
And turn the corner, so they lose a lot of the momentum, and so it makes the climbing hard again each lap. So their recovery time is almost negated. They have no recovery time.
I would think not even doing it, but watching it could be a little painful too. Are they going to make it or are they not? I guess it's the suspense. So
that's part of it.
That's part of it, the thrill. This always draws a lot of people to the event, and it starts at 1 p.m.
Starts at 1. Actually, the kids' parade will start at 12:45, and then the first real race starts at 1 p.m. I'm sorry, and then they go off on the hour. So.
Oh, exciting! So there's a little parade before, and then the junior.
Yes.
Competition is at 1 p.m.
And the juniors, that's not an understatement. Those are some of the top junior racers in the country, and many of them will race the junior race at 1 and then turn around and race the Pro 1-2 race at 5. I mean, they're that good that they can jump in with the top pros. They're at that level. Many are from the national team, Olympic Training Center.
Yeah.
So extremely high talent level.
Interesting. That can give them an unfair warm-up, can't it?
It can.
They're racing though. There's an interesting shot. The angle that they're going at. And they're so close together. Yeah. I see this like horses when they're racing. They couldn't give me some room. The tight, but I guess you have to stay close to your enemy.
You do. Keep them closer, yes.
Keep them closer. How long have you been organizing this? I mean, we always think of you as the lead on all of this.
Yeah, my wife and I stepped in, I believe, in 2000. So we're going into our probably 11th year this year.
Okay.
And she's going to take a little break next year. We've got some new people taking over for her on the volunteer side of things.
Oh, good.
And I'm still looking for somebody to come in and at least co-promote with me to help out a bit so I can race it again. So.
You want to jump back in and race after?
I would love to, yeah.
Okay. Well, this is your bike shop. The Tour of Nevada County is the host bike shop. Again, because this has gotten so much competition, like you said, out-of-town people, those who are really competitive with their racing, need to earn their points. How many... I was going to say Amgen people have finished the race and then coming back here. Who are some notables?
Yeah, we'll have several. And again, what's ironic is that we don't even know, probably tomorrow or Wednesday, my phone will start ringing off the hook with some of the pro racers. Okay. Because they just finished a big race in Europe, and those that are kept to do the Tour de France will stay. Those that were cut loose this morning are going to be shipped back to the States, and they literally don't know until now. So we always get hit Wednesday, Thursday of race week with last-second requests to squeeze those guys in that got shipped back to the States to race back over here for the rest of the summer.
But big-name bikers,
yes.
too.
Yeah, the same teams and many of the same individuals you saw in Amgen will be here for Nevada City.
Well, good stuff. I hope that you can find a co-host. If anybody is interested, let Dwayne know.
Are you around Sunday?
Actually, I am around Sunday. Well, let's see. Touchdown Productions is going to be there in NCTV. We're going to be doing it live. Yeah. So Gil's going to be there and the NCTV crew and Touchdown. So for those who can watch it on live if they can't find parking.
There we go.
On the web. So, yes, it's going to be a race weekend. NCTV is very involved. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Dwayne, and good luck with your collarbone.
Thank you.
And it's going to be a successful event.
Always is.
Sure, yes. All right. Thank you. We are going to take our second break. Stick around. We will be right back. Okay, welcome back to the races. My third guests tonight are with the Friendship Club, and every year they have the Friendship 100, which is an important fundraiser, but fun event that also takes in golf, too. So we got a little bit of everything. A warm welcome to the executive director, to Jennifer Litton-Singer, and on her left is Terry Brown, who's wearing his hat tonight. Last week it was Music in the Mountains. Tonight he is a race driver and a sponsor and a past board member of the Friendship Club. Hello, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. This is such a great event. Jennifer, let's start with just a quick little thing of what the Friendship Club offers to young women in our community.
Sure. So we are a nonprofit here in our community working with disadvantaged at-risk adolescent girls, and we work with about 100 girls annually.
Wow.
We are just starting summer camp actually for the newest of those girls who are entering the 6th grade this following academic year. They start camp tomorrow, so this is a really great time for us, and the Friendship 100 actually helps us raise funds for our summer program, which we will be busy all summer long. We have 5 camps, 10 special interest clinics, and 7 fun-filled Fridays for the girls to participate all summer long. So there's a lot going on, and this is a really great way to start the summer off.
Absolutely. Terry, we'll take this to you with regards to your, you've signed up to be a race driver, and my question before was, how does a tall guy like you get into a small little go-kart like that?
And my answer is very carefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you, Fred Flintstone, I don't know, lean forward for a little momentum? I don't know. Well, how many years have you done this?
Oh, I'm not sure. I do know that one year I managed to win very early on.
You should have brought your trophy.
Yeah, I should have brought my trophy. What can I say?
Bragging rights, there you go.
Yeah. But I would say when you get in the car, you have to get very familiar with your knees. That's the most important thing. And I'm still trying to figure out how we can drive and play golf at the same time.
Oh,
that'd be kind of fun.
There's a new angle, always looking for that take it to the next level of excitement and competition.
But all fun aside, of course, what the drivers do is we help to raise money for the organization. So we go out and we get sponsors to say, I will sponsor you in this race.
Kind of a pledge.
I guess I should get started on that, shouldn't I, Jennifer?
Hey, this might be a perfect opportunity.
Is this my time to say,
There you
anybody
go.
out there,
Pitch
if you'd
whatever.
like to... No.
So it's like they pledge, they give you a
Yes.
pledge, and you have a goal to meet with how much you're going to commit to contribute to the fundraiser.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've asked all of our drivers, and we have 21 of them this year, to raise $1,000 each. And they do that through friends, and many of them are using the First Giving pages, which is
Yes,
internet
I've seen that.
fundraising, and that kind of makes it real easy.
Yeah.
Some just call up their
Click.
friends and family and send a check. So we're very grateful to Terry and the other drivers for raising those funds for us.
There's
We have 21 right now.
Okay, well then, I know we've got some photos too, and it looks like, was that the team last year?
Yes, I think this looks like last year. So we have great people out there. We have,
Even women
you're
drivers.
gonna test me here. Let's see, I see Charlie Litton up there. I see Ed Thomas, Vic Matthews,
Jesse
Dan
Locks.
Miller, Jesse Locks.
Yeah, good, some
Dave
women.
Knitzer, Derek Popple. Sean Rockwell was out there last year.
Okay, good
Alex
group.
Mahdi. Yeah, so lots of great.
I don't see
great.
Terry.
Daniel Schwarzenegger is out there.
He was probably
Terry
protecting
was
his
not,
trophy.
Did not get to be there last year, so we're really excited to have him back.
Have him
this year.
back.
As we know, this used to be a September event, and moving it to June certainly does. Complicate some things, so we're right up on Summerfest. So we're grateful that he's here with us. This is Gary Apple driving and Ed Thomas last year. So yeah, it's really great at the Family Fun Park. We take over the whole park. We have the race car driving. We have miniature golf tournament. No one get too intimidated. It's miniature golf tournament, and a great barbecue dinner. So it's really a lot of fun, and we take over the park, have dinner. There's beer and wine there. People can have a nice time. We have Lazy Dog out there for dessert. So
Don't you still have room for some people to play
and
golf?
we still do. So we have golf. The driving spots are taken, but we do have room for golf, and we'd love to have people come out, bring your friends. It's a great summer evening, a nice way to spend the afternoon right after work. We have 2 golf tournaments, actually, one at 4 o'clock and one at 6:30.
Now, are these foursomes?
They are foursomes.
Okay.
So that's that's the easiest way is if you want to get some people in your office together and come in, or 3 other friends or 2 couples, or if you are interested but you don't have a foursome to work with, then just let us know and we'll put you in with. You can come on and golf with girls. You can be put with other community members. So there's room for everyone.
And then there's other sponsorships available too. Somebody can sponsor one of your girls who are part of the Friendship Club. They can sponsor them to be in the race or
They
to
can
play.
sponsor the girls to play golf. We might have a girl racer too. This year we're actually also have the opportunity, hopefully, to welcome Senator LaMalfa. He got really excited about the race and he can't participate in the whole thing, but he might be there in the earlier part of the afternoon to race the highest bidder. We're playing with that a little bit. So if anyone out there would like to race your senator, this could be a fun
little challenge.
It could be an opportunity.
An opportunity in whatever way that you want to make it.
Yeah, an opportunity.
So that's really exciting.
Up the ante a little bit. Take advantage of that. Let's talk about the date and the time.
So we're coming up in 2 weeks, actually 2 weeks from today. It's Monday, June 27th. Again, it is at the Family Fun Park, and things get going about 4 o'clock. If you're interested in participating, though, please do give us a call so we can get you signed up for a golf team.
Right.
And if you're just interested in coming to watch, it's $20, and you can come for dinner, watch the races, and it's a great time. I'd like to thank Terry and Commonwealth Financial. This is his T sponsor sign from last year, but this year he's the major sponsor is Commonwealth Financial, so we'd like to thank you for that.
I'm just glad to hear you say it's June 27th. I thought it was the 20th. I have 2 more weeks to raise money.
To practice.
Okay.
You can practice. Go out there.
Absolutely.
Get your knees in shape.
Have you ever driven one of those cars? Oh my gosh,
I think
it's fun.
been a long time.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time, and I really encourage anyone just to come and watch. It's really fun, but we'd love to know that you're coming so we can welcome you.
Well, sponsorships are available, and an opportunity or a challenge to just show your support. All right, so for more information, go to friendshipclub.org. We are out of time. It just whizzed right by, the whole program. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you at the races, okay? I get some more. That means I get to throw out a phone number for Friendship Club, 265-4311 for more information, and there's sponsorships and get involved. And
T-sponsor is
T-sponsor?
$250, and for any business that makes that donation, they can get their name on a sign like we just showed of Terry's, and that will be on one of 18 golf tees, and so that's a nice promotion for the businesses in our community, and I'd like to thank those who've already done that.
Okay. Gosh, I like it when we get to stretch.